Hello and welcome to AP Chemistry. I'm Mrs. Ale, your teacher, and I'm excited to be your AP Chemistry teacher this semester. I wanted to show you a few ins and outs of the classroom before you get started. So basically, your AP Chemistry class is ran through Apex Learning, so we do not do much here at all. I'm not even going to update the class plan. Instead, I will be giving you your own calendar through email. It was just easier that way for me and for you because then you can just print it out and you have it. So under course materials, we just have the syllabus and some other information. But more importantly, I want to show you a little bit about the class. So what you do is you launch your AP Chemistry, and then you'll get this screen. You're going to go and click on Apex Learning Dashboard. That will create a new tab for you to look at. Once you have that new tab, you're going to click on I don't have the class here yet, but I'll show you last semester's class. So what you're going to do is click on your classroom. It will say Sci 510A 1617, semester 1. So you can click on that, and then it will allow you to click on the next thing that drops down. And what you're going to see is a menu like this here. And it's going to have each unit. So you've got 5 units, 4 units in the final exam, really. And each unit has 3 sections. The first section is content. The second section is also content. And then the third section is your exam for that unit. So what you do is you'll click on 1.1. That'll be the first mini unit, I would call it. And then once you click on that, there's a video to watch. And then the very first thing that you're asked to do within each of the mini units is read. So that is where your textbook comes into play. You are using the Jesperson textbook. And so you're going to click on this Jesperson textbook. There's also another textbook that goes along with this Apex Learning course, the Zumdahl, but you're not using that one, so don't click on that. Once you click on that icon, this pops up, and it will tell you exactly what you need to read. Now, take note here that it says Reading Assignment Jesperson 7th edition. You have been mailed the 6th edition. They're very similar, so don't worry about the differences or if you're missing out on anything. But you do not want to read these. Instead, you're going to look down at what the 6th edition says. So you're asked to read Chapter 12, Liquids and Solids, 2.1, 12.1 to 12.8. And then you're also asked to read Chapter 5, 5.1, and Chapter 13, 1 through 8. So when you're doing your readings, there's lots of practice problems. Please do the practice problems. And then I also want you to fill out these note takers, which will help you. You do not have to turn them in, but it's very useful for you. If you're a type of person who would rather take your own notes, that's fine, but you definitely need to be taking detailed notes here. Okay, so then once you do the reading, then they usually have a quiz. This quiz covers the readings. The readings are pretty intense and they take the longest amount of time of any activity within each mini unit. And then they have some study extra study activities for you to complete, and then a quiz on that, and then again, study and quiz, and then practice. When you get to a practice, it is actually this, and you can print it off. I highly recommend printing it off and then answering the questions, and then you can scan it back in and send it to me, and I will grade it for you. And then after practices or somewhere in each mini unit, there's a lab. Your labs are hands-on labs, and you should be getting your lab kit soon. And you're going to complete your lab. I'll help you get started with your first one and just walk you through the steps on what we need to do there, just so you know it's there. Explores and discussions are not going to be included in the class. We have a very small class, so and it's a lot of work as it is, so I am removing explores and discussions from your workload. And so then once you finish the first mini unit, then you will get started on the second mini unit, and they're all set up kind of very similar. And then finally, after you finish the second mini unit, you can go to the 1.3, and it'll be wrapped up for you here. And it's got the test part 1 and the test part 2. These tests are very difficult, so don't get down on yourself if you have trouble with the first test. Let me know and we can find a solution, okay? So that is basically how the class looks. I'll be putting together the calendar shortly and emailing it out to you when class on the first day of school. And we will also have a class connect sometime during the first day, just so we can get to know each other a little bit and I can answer all your questions. All right. Well, thank you so much for listening, and it's going to be a great year. I hope you have a good day. Bye.